a parenthesis, right? On the right side, we are going to write also a parenthesis. And which numbers are greater than minus 2 and less than 2? All these numbers right here, okay? Those are all the numbers that are greater than minus 2 and are less than 2. Now let's do exercise number 3. Exercise number 3 has a little combination of exercise 1 and 2. Let's notice that it has the symbol less than and the symbol less than or equal. Alright? So solution. The first thing that we gotta do is write interval notation, right? So which number do we have on the left? We have minus 3. Comma. Which number do we have on the right? Minus 1. On the left side, the exercise says that minus 3 is less than x, right? Or in other words, x is greater than minus 3. If x is greater than minus 3, that means that on the straight line, x is going to be on the right hand side of minus 3. So we have minus 3 like about here. So the x's are going to be on the right hand side of minus 3. Right? Let's understand that point, because I don't want you guys to be confused. Okay? So if x is greater than minus 3, right? Again, it's going to be on the right hand side. So now let's see. Is minus 3 included or is it excluded? Let's review the exercise again. Minus 3 is less than x. So it's less than. So that means x is greater than minus 3. If it's greater, that means that minus 3 is not included. So then we are going to represent it with a parenthesis. Let's check the right side. The right side says that x is less than or equal minus 1. If it says that it is less than or equal, that means that minus 1 is included. Then we are going to write a square bracket. Okay? And now let's do the graph. We have minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, so on. By the way, this arrow means that the numbers continue to the infinite, and this arrow on the left side, it means that it continues to the minus infinite as well. Okay, so now we have minus 3. Is minus 3 included or excluded? It is excluded, so we write a parenthesis. And then on the right side, we have minus 1 right here. It is minus 1 included or excluded? It is included because it says x is less than or equal. So we write a square bracket. Now, which numbers are greater than minus 3 and less than or equal minus 1? All these numbers. Okay. So that's it for this exercise, number 3. Now we're going to solve exercise number 4. Exercise number 4, notice that it is a little bit different than exercise number 3. Let's read the exercise. X such that x is less than or equal minus 2. Notice that there's no, two intervals. This is showing one interval. X is less than or equal minus 2. All right. Solution. Okay, so what are we gonna have on the left? Let's leave it blank for now. Right, comma, and then on the right we have number -2. Okay, so it says that x is less than or equal -2. So that means -2 is included. So we write a square bracket. Okay? And now let's go back to the left-hand side. What does it say about the left-hand side? X is less than or equal -2. Which numbers are less than or equal -2? -3, -4, -5, -6, all the way to the minus infinity. Okay? And then, since the numbers continue all the way to the minus infinite, we're gonna represent it with a parenthesis. Now let's do the graph and see how the graph is gonna be. So we have -2, -3, -4, -5. Alright? Now let's do the representation. Let's go back to the exercise. The x such that x is less than or equal -2. So that means -2 is included, right? So we write a square bracket. Facing this way, since the numbers will be on the left side of -2. -2 all the way to the minus infinity, right? So which numbers are less than or equal -2? All these numbers. All the way to the minus infinity. Alright? So that's it with the real number system. I'd like to explain a couple more exercises, since they are a little bit different than these 4 shown on the examples. So let's look at it. Alright? So we have example number 5. Example number 5 is gonna be x such that x is greater than or equal square root of 3. Solution. Alright, so the first thing that we gotta do is write interval notation. Again, we're gonna have a number on the left, comma, and number on the right. Okay. On the left is gonna be the x's greater than or equal square root of 3. So we're gonna have a square root of 3. Comma. Which number are greater than or equal to a square root of 3? Well, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to the infinite, right? All the way to the infinite. And since we have numbers all the way to the infinite, we're gonna represent it on the right side with a parenthesis. Now let's go back to the left side. So the exercise says that x is greater than or equal. Greater than or equal means that the square root of 3 is included. And if the square root of 3 is included, we're gonna represent it with a square bracket. Okay? And now the next thing to do is graph the interval.